Good evening, followers. Greetings to where you are getting me from. I'm sure you are all fine at this point in time. Today we are going to look at the cubic function. So we are going to revise on August 2024 GCE. So this was the function which is saying y is equal to negative x cubed plus x squared plus 6x. So the first, of course, question in this case, they always ask us to find the value of q. So what you should understand, you should know that the value of q is under y. So in short, where there is the value of y, it is q. So they are saying find the value of q. So if you look at q and 4, they are corresponding entries, meaning that for you to get the value of q, I should also substitute this 4 in the original. So solution. So you don't need to waste the time. Just have to say you write first of all the function, the cubic function. You write it nicely. From there, when you write it like that, then where there is x, because I know for sure that where there is x here, in short, my x is equal to 4. So you replace 4. You say, okay, mind you, what is the value of q, of y here? It is q. So my q already we have changed now. So this negative is not affected. I'll put my 4 cubed, and then I'll also use a 4 squared, and of course I will do this. Please don't waste your time. When you cube the 4, this simply means 4 times 4 times 4. So for the sake of learning, you are going to use a calculator here. It is 4 times 4 times 4. This is negative 64. And this will be 16. And this will be 24. So ladies and gentlemen, the best you can do is you add the positives. In short, you are saying, I have got 24 plus 16. You agree with me that I'll get a 10 and that will be 40. So this 40, now I say q is equal to 64 plus 40. So when you do the subtraction, in short, you are just saying 64 minus 40. You subtract, you get a 4 and you get a 24. Now this q is supposed to be a negative 24. So it means I have found the value of q. So what was I saying? I'm saying whenever you are given such a cubic function, they will ask you to find there. Here, this letter can be anything. They can put A, B, C, X, Y. So in this case, they have put Q. So this Q, you have to substitute it. You say, okay, Q is equal to, I have to substitute where there is X, I put the value of X, because this row, the first row is for X. So this 4 corresponds to Q. So that's why I had to replace where there is X, I put 4, 4, 4. Then with your calculator, you are free. Be careful, this negative is not included, it is outside. So ladies and gentlemen, our Q is equal to negative 24. I hope you are enjoying, and please tell your neighbor, remember to subscribe, share, leave your comment in the comment box. And please, I like it that our channel is growing slowly, and I'm sure these are some of the questions you should choose as a serious grade 12. Cubic function is a very friendly question. Thank you so much. We proceed. Thank you, fellow viewers. What is important here is to give respect to the scale you are given. Every 2 centimeters, 1 unit on the x-axis. So it means that smaller box inside is just 0.1 for me to 0.1, 0.2, 0, up to 0.10, then 1. Every smaller box, you should understand it like that. While on the y-axis, starting from negative 30 is less or equal to y is less or equal to 20. You can see on the y-axis, it is from 20, it goes up to negative 30. So the first point is negative 3, negative 3, 18. We are on negative 3, the 18 is on top. So it is somewhere here approximately, mind you. This is my graph, but you just have to count them 1, 2, 3, 4, the 8th, you stop there. Next, negative 2, 0. Negative 2, 0. There is this point, negative 2, 0. I'm on negative 2, 0. It's here. Next, negative 1, negative 4. Negative 1, negative 4 is somewhere there. Next, 0, 0 is somewhere there. This is, mind you, this is on 0. So 0, 0, it is somewhere there. Please don't make that mistake to go for another one. Next, it is 1,6. So it is 1,6. We are somewhere here. It is somewhere there, meaning that you are right. The point is somewhere there. The other one is 2,8. 2,8 is up there. Then 3,0. 3,0 is somewhere here, exactly. Then 4, -24. So this is negative. You just have to count 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth one, you come there. This is how it is. Now, let's join these points with what? With a free hand. The curve should be curved. How does it go? The curve goes like this. You are here. You are curving it. You are curving it. You are curving it. You are curving it. It goes. You can see I'm joining these points. I'm joining these points. It goes. So you can see that I'm joining these points up to there. So this is the curve which I've drawn. So this curve has got a name. What is the name of this curve? It is y is equal to negative x cubed. We take exactly that one, plus x squared plus 6x. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow viewers, I hope you have understood what we were doing here. What is important here, are you able to find the value of q? Yes. Next, are you able to give respect to the scale you are given? If the answer is yes, then you continue. So now we have drawn this curve. It should be given the name. It should be given the name. So the name of this curve is y is equal to negative x cubed plus x squared plus 6x. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed on how to approach this. From there now, just to do this, this is 3 marks. 3 marks is here plus that one 4 marks. So now we continue. It says we are going to use now the graph because everything should be done on your graph. So even in this table which are drawn here, everything should be brought here. You just say, okay, how do you write this one? You say, okay, because you don't have time, you just have to say xy. You put them on xy. Then here now you show that there are other numbers, of course, but you just go straight to this q, and then you show that here you calculated. How did you calculate the q? You showed that your q here, you just say, okay, my q, therefore my q is equal to 24. So this one is a B mark, meaning that it is just a 1 mark. You just have to show that here. But you can do it even on that question paper, but here you just have to show that your q is 24. So from there, they are telling us that now, using the same graph, solve the equation, mind you. We have to use the graph. They are telling me that I should use, this is part 3. So this is part 3. Part 3, what part is that? Part 3a. So now they are telling me that I should use the graph where this one, x to the power 3 plus x squared, mind you, plus 6x is equal to, is it true? Yeah, plus 5. Actually, they have said plus 5 in this case. Plus 5x, so meaning no, see, this should be equal to 4 minus x. 4 minus x. So this is what they are telling us. Now they are telling us to say, Angel, I should solve this graph, using the graph to solve that problem. Please, ladies and gentlemen, compare what they have given you in a question and also the original function. You'll find that they are totally different. So what are you supposed to do? I want you to listen very carefully. You have to subtract this one from the original. So how do I do it? I will say, okay, the original one is this one. I want you to see what will happen. This is my original, which starts with x to the power 3. And then plus x squared plus 6x. And then I start bringing this one this side. So that even this one becomes the same, meaning x to the power 3. Remember this one? I hope the camera is able to, they tell me to solve this problem. How do I solve this problem? I'm saying now I'm equating them. So I'll take everything this side. Remember, this one goes there. How is it going to be? It will be just like this one. This one, it is plus x to the power 3. This one. Then this x negative, when it goes there, becomes a positive. So it becomes plus 6x. Where is it coming from? It is coming from when this negative x goes there, becomes a positive. So I'm going to have 5x plus x, 6. Then this 4, when this 4 goes there, becomes a negative. So ladies and gentlemen, I've got this now. I can now subtract. You can now subtract. How do we subtract? If I subtract this, I subtract this, I subtract this, I'm sure even here I subtract this. I'm subtracting. Imagine here plus 0 so that you people can understand properly. I'll subtract. So now how do we subtract? We say, okay, this one, it will be a 0. Why negative here? Because it will be a positive. So it will be, I'm going to have a situation like this. I'll have a situation like x to the power 3 negative plus x to the power 3. Because the negative are negative. This one, it will be a 0 again. I hope you have understood. This is to the power 2, sorry. So this is to the power 2. This will cancel each other. The 6x will cancel each other. Negative and negative, it will be positive. So y is equal to 4. So ladies and gentlemen, my y is equal to 4. So that is the value. Be careful here. Negative times negative is equal to that. So I should draw y is equal to 4. What is y is equal to 4? Y is equal to 4. I'll just count here on the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. So imagine my fourth one is here. This is what I'm trying to show you. Then from here, I will draw with the ruler. I'll draw with the ruler. I'll draw with the ruler. I'll draw with the ruler. Be careful. Be neat. I'm going to draw with my ruler such that on 4, it will be just like this. It will cut. So now I've drawn that line. I hope the camera is able to see that. This is where the y is equal to 4. So now what have I done? I've drawn the graph which is y is equal to 4, which is this one. What did I say? I said, for you to answer this question where they are telling us to solve using the graph with this cubic function we are given, whereby negative x cubed plus x squared plus 5x equals to 4 minus x, we should subtract this. We should subtract this from the original function. We are subtracting, ladies and gentlemen. We are subtracting. What are we trying to say? We are saying we are subtracting whatever you are given. So in this case, I was given this. For the sake of just learning, we are given this. This is what we have been given. Now they are telling me that angel, this is squared plus 5x. Remember here it is 4 minus x. So here I will just acknowledge that they are y's. So what I was saying is I'm supposed to subtract everything. This will go this side. I'm going to have a situation like this. The original function is on top. X to the power 3 plus x to the power 2 plus x like this plus 0. I will explain why I've put 0 so that I don't get confused. Remember, whatever you are given should subtract from the original, not the original from whatever you are given. Here we go. What will happen is this 4 negative comes there, becomes a positive. So I'll have a situation like x cubed, then x cubed this one, plus x to the power 2, which is this one. Now this x is a negative, when it comes a positive, so it becomes 6x. Then 4 becomes a negative 4. So I should subtract. I should what? Subtract throughout. Subtract throughout. Ladies and gentlemen, you agree with me that here I'll get a 0. And here x squared minus x squared, it will be again 0. Then 6x minus 6x again is 0. Negative and negative is positive. So therefore, the y is 4. So this is the function which we have drawn here. Y is equal to 4. I hope I've explained and you are able to follow what I'm doing. So from here, how do we get the values of x? So Mr. Cameraman, show me where this graph y is equal to 4, where it cuts the graph. You come down, you pick the value of x. So here again, here, you just pick these values. Again here, you just pick these values. So we are going to see how we can estimate those values. There we go. You can see numbers on the negative, they increase going to the left like this. So this is negative 2.2. I can just say that. Then I'll say therefore the first value of x is equal to, remember this one is the same as just saying negative 2.2. Next, I will say the other value of x here, I will just say this is, mind you, this is 0.9. Another value of x is equal to 0.9 because it's not up to 1, so it's 0. Approximately somewhere there. Then another 0.9, sorry, 0.9, another value of x, this is 0.9, another value of x, it is, we are going to say, let's say this is 2.7, this is positive 2.7. So ladies and gentlemen, these are the three values of x using the graph. So how do we get the values of the graph? Where this line cuts the y-axis, where it cuts the y-axis, that is, those are the values we should go for. So it means you have answered that. Please remember, this is close to 3 marks or 2 marks. So 2 marks plus those already, you can see that we are accumulating the marks. So once more, give respect to the scaling. If my scale was wrong, if I haven't followed the instruction, even this, whatever findings I'll get here will be wrong. So thank you so much. We go to the next question. Please remember to subscribe. Tell them that Saube is on motion. He's busy. So the busy bee is there. Please, the focus is our final exam. This time, I've covered the cubic function. I want you to feel free. It's a friendly question. Don't get scared. Thank you. Thank you so much. When you go on the graph, ladies and gentlemen, you go on y. What is they're asking for the gradient. You draw a tangent. You draw a tangent. A tangent is a line which touches the curve at one point. The first point is what you have been given. Don't ignore the point you are given. Here my point I've been given is that it is 1. So even on the graph where if you go there, we found something to do with 1 comma something. So that is the first point. You draw the tangent to this graph. So my tangent to this graph is this one. So this is my tangent. So this is my tangent, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope it will show. It will show. You draw a tangent. This tangent, mind you, it passes through the first point. Even if on the question paper, I'm sure they have given you the first point. You draw a tangent like that. So now you agree with me that with that table which we have, when x is equal to 1, when the value of x is equal to 1, when x is equal to 1, automatically on the graph, it was 1,6. On that table which we started with. So this 1,6 is the first point. So this is my x1, y1. From there now, following this line, you'll find that maybe it passes through, let's say it passes through 0,0 here. These are clear points. Another one, I can find it somewhere there. It passes through, let me take 3,20. 3,20. So the other one, it will be 3,20. These are the 2 points which have been given. So this is x2, y2. So please, we just use the common method of how to find the gradient. Changing y minus changing x. Like this, please. You can see what I've done. So what is my x1, x2, sorry, my y2 is 20. Well, the other guy, the so-called my y1 is 6 over my x2 is 3 minus 1. You agree with me that this is 14 over 2. So my gradient is equal to 7. So you have now estimated, you have found the value of the gradient of that 0.7. You can see when we use the dy dx, we found the 5, which was wrong. So now this one we have estimated, it is in that one. So please, ladies and gentlemen, what was I saying? Number 1, to answer this question, you go to where they have told you to. So what I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that how did I get these points? The first point you should get is where they have told you the value of y. They have the value of x. When x is 1, it will be 6. Where did I get this one? It is from the table. I got this one from the table. That table. Then these ones, how did I get them? I followed this line where it passes through. Where it passes through this point. It passes through this point, passes through 3,20. So you can get that one. So please be careful how you choose the points. You would normally get the points where they are very clear. If I want, I can get this one, because we are estimating, it's not exactly. We are estimating, you find that here it is something, let's say this one is about 12, so it will be 2,12. So this will be 2,12. You can see there is a 12 there. I can take that one. Some people would ask me, sir, can I take this point? Let's see how it will come out. So another point, if you are not comfortable, I'm saying, or because we want to show something, you have now to say, okay, this can be as good as us saying the other one, it is 2,12, 2,12. So this is x2, this is a y2. Remember, you maintain, ladies and gentlemen, you maintain the first point which you are given. What is that which I'm talking about? The one where they said x is equal to 1. This one should be always there. So now you can find the gradient. The gradient, since I'm estimating y2 is 12, then 12 minus what? 12 minus 6. You agree with me? Again, over x2 is 2 minus 1. So you agree with me that it is equal to 6 over 1. So my gradient is equal to what? Is equal to 6. Actually, to be specific, this one was slightly, it's not at 0,0, so it is there. So you can see that my gradient is there. We are estimating. So even during the marking, you find that they give you plus or minus. They will even give you, maybe they will say, okay, it's supposed to be, the answer is 6, so it's supposed to be plus or minus 1. So that's how it goes. So please, you are estimating. And we are estimating. Why? Because there is what we call human error. Please don't employ dy dx using the formula. Don't use the dy dx to estimate the gradient. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have had a nice time. This is cubic function. Thank you so much. Let's be focused. Mind you, we are towards the exam. As I told you, don't despair. If you don't perform well in your mock exam, don't lose hope. Let hope, the last thing which you should lose, let hope lose you, not you losing hope. Tell your neighbor that the last thing is that hope should lose me, not you losing hope. So please don't lose hope. I know you might not, you are not, some of you want to do well in your mock exam and you give up. You say, mathematics, I don't think I'll do it in my final exam. I'm encouraging you, wherever you are, you're watching me from, please remember to subscribe. Greet the family. I love you. Thank you.